like I didn't realize you were that close to me, so I'm just like, ah!
Thanks. Good thing you didn't break it.
Oh, come on. It wouldn't have broken your phone, but that was funny shit right there, not gonna lie.
How many times, for how long we've been together this week, have I dropped my phone?
Oh. Many times, little times?
Many.
Well, yeah, same here. I mean, who hasn't dropped their phone like 1,000 times?
Alright, girlie. Why do I feel like it's so further away? What is my wolf?
My wolf is like my background. He's been in like 3 of my videos now. He's just our little friend. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna put him right here in the fucking middle, and he's gonna be our friend.
Yay. You guys should put in the comments below what we should name our wolf, and I just like saying at him.
So,
yes.
Any ideas? What we should name our friend?
For the time being, Ralph.
Ralph. Our little friend Ralph. This is okay.
Hello
I'm just
everyone.
gonna write it down. Then you do that.
Hello everyone, my name is Crazy Kira, and welcome to another one of my ridiculous videos. I'm also here with a little guest, as you guys already could see, in Singal, aka Kyo. Is that how you pronounce it? Kyo?
Yeah.
Kyo. Yay, I got it right. Anyways, I personally wanted to thank you guys so much for all your patience. I know it's been forever since I've actually been able to do a goddamn video because of finals, and once summer started, I had a lot of yard work to do. So, welcome to the show. How you doing? So what's your excuse for not uploading vids?
Lots. Between archery, practice and tournament, school finally ending, and starting a new job.
We're all happy for that, girlie, trust me. We're all happy fucking school's out of the way. I feel like I'm walking Ralph. I don't like it. Okay.
I'm walking him.
Right there.
Yep.
But anyways, guys, we wanted to introduce a new little fanfiction that we both are reading together called Speak Up Already, a FANFICTION. I forgot the author's name, but of course there will be an intro and the author's name will be there. And of course I will leave the links to her channel, the story, and my Wattpad if you guys want to go check that out too. I don't know why you guys would, but and all the background music and everything to this vid will be in the link. It'll be in links down in the description below. I can't even, I don't even know how to put it. I've been doing this for so long and I still don't know how to do it.
In the description.
In the description below.
This little thing down here, just, on the keyboard.
On the floor. It will be on the description on the floor.
We're looking at the description right now.
Oh, there's a link to Wattpad.
Well, she's in the description now.
That actually kind of hurt.
Did you get rug burn?
Kind of actually. It rubbed on my knee. Ow.
Okay.
Alright, anyways guys, we're going to let you guys enjoy the fanfiction, and we will see you guys in the bloopers. Goodbye! Chapter 1. Phil's point of view.
Phil, why don't you talk to us anymore? My mother cries, hugging my father for comfort. Son, we were really worried. The last time any of us heard your voice was... Well, I can't bloody remember. He sighed sadly. I don't feel guilty, not at all. They should be relieved, happy even, that their youngest 14-year-old son was never going to talk to him, ever again. 4 years later. Phil, breakfast! My mother yells from downstairs, making me trudge my way into our kitchen. She smiles sweetly at me, eyes hopeful. I nod my head no. No breakfast, honey? She asks in a disappointed tone. I get out my little notepad, scribbling down a quick, "No thanks, Mom," before making my way to school. As always, I attempt to avoid any looks shot at me on my way to school. To them, I look like an ordinary schoolboy. But on the inside, I'm broken. Very broken. I haven't been talking for quite a while. I am suffering in depression, and I get anxiety, as well as panic attacks frequently. School doesn't help one bit. My hand starts to shake when I see anyone looking at me. It may even be in a nice way, but my thoughts are traced to one thing. They know. They know how dirty, filthy, worthless, unwanted, disgusting I am. It's like my mind jumps to the stupid conclusion of them being able to tell my whole past from just my eyes. However, I don't risk it. I never do. That's why I can't let anyone get close to me. It's not like they want to know. My whole school knows about me not talking, and just ignore it, acting as if I wasn't there. Hi, Phil. My friend Anna smiles, linking arms with me in a friendly way. She acts all touchy-feely with me, but I don't mind, considering she came out as not into the D a few years ago. Also, she knew I was gay before I came out, back when I used to talk. She knows almost everything about me. She even knows my horrible past one day when she begged me to tell her. Luckily, she's never brought it up to this day since. But that doesn't stop it from surging its way back into the front of my brain, showing the horrible memories in a form of a flashback. We both walked down to our first class together. It was form time, another name for roll call. Unfortunately, Anna sits on another table from me. I, of course, sit on my own in the back. These are permanent seats. I continue to keep my head down as the teacher calls out our names for us to answer. Philip? Mr. Anderson calls as I raise my hand. He sees me and I nod, continuing with the names. We have been through enough, especially him, to know that I won't be able talking for a while. So he has given up, much like everybody else. The chatter arises from the classroom as students talk about the latest gossip or football match over the weekend. I just sit there on my own, forgotten. Suddenly, the door opens and I hear an office lady mumble something to the teacher before leaving. I still haven't looked up. It probably won't be that important anyway. Class, this is Daniel, our newest student. Treat him with the kindest and respect, like you would treat your best friend. Now, let's see where we'll put you. Lester. I chirp my head up at my name, to be met with a brown-haired boy, who seems to be studying my appearance. He smiles, making his way over to my desk.
Dan,
he greets cheerfully, holding out his hand for me to shake it. I shake it, taking my little notebook and scribbling down something I hand to him as he reads it. Hi, I'm Phil. He laughs, looking back up at me, smirking.
Don't like talking, huh?
He continues smiling, as if it's all a huge joke. I shake my head no, and scribble back something else. I don't talk because I don't want to. I don't talk because I don't deserve to. I suffer depression, so trying to make small talk with me won't lighten the mood, Dan. You probably won't want to be my friend now. He looks shocked, smiling back sympathetically before wiping away that face and replacing it with a smile. Not a smirk, but an actual smile.
Well, Phil Lester, I would love to be your friend. You sound like quite a character.
He chuckles, his brown eyes shimmering slightly. I don't know if I like this boy yet.
Chapter 2. Phil's point of view.
I can't believe I told this boy I suffer from depression. I barely know him. I don't even know his second name. The only thing I know is that I don't trust him. He might become popular and tell everybody about my problems if I ever do trust him. Then I'll start getting bullied. They'll torment me for being the weirdo who never speaks. They might do the same if he did that to me. Stop thinking like that. You're thinking negatively thoughts again. You're so stupid. I am not. Of course you are. I'm not. You are, Phil. Why can't you see that you're stupid, pathetic, vile, ugly, unwanted, unloved, a bother, disgusting, ignorant? I quickly stumble from my seat, running out of the classroom hurriedly, barely being able to carry my bag over my shoulder. I feel as I'm about to vomit. I run to the boys' toilets, leaning over in a locked cubicle, breathing heavily. No, I'm not any of those. I'm not. After 10 minutes of trying to calm myself down after vomiting, I stand up, unlocking the door and observing my face in the bathroom mirror. Hideous. But I'm not that bad. You are, Philip. Stop lying to yourself. I feel a tear drip down my face, but quickly wipe it away. I have to get back to class. I grab my bag, about to leave, when the door bursts open, entering Daniel. I frown at him, looking slightly confused also. He looks worried for some reason.
Are you okay? The teacher told me to run after you, but I got lost. Did you vomit?
He looks at me with those sympathetic eyes again, but wipes it off and replaces it with angry yet caring ones. I timidly nod, rubbing my eyes a little. He takes a step closer, making me step back, as he inspects my eyes.
Were you crying?
He asks quietly. I nod again, feeling ashamed this time. I feel his gaze on me and desperately tried to avoid it. Instead, I stare down at my hands, tightening my fingers nervously.
Where's your little notepad thingy?
He asks. I point to my bag, unzipping it and taking out the little black book. He nods once he sees it.
So, the teacher, he said he thought you might be sick, then said I should, help you. He's really nice. He said we can leave whenever as long as your health is okay.
I smile. Mr. Anderson was really nice at times. He actually cares about the well-being of his students and not just their knowledge. I look up to see Dan grinning widely. It's a little creepy, to be honest. I grab my pen that I keep with the notepad to write down. Why are you staring at me like a creep? He seems it and chuckles.
I don't look that creepy when I smile, do I?
I shake my head, smiling again and writing. No, I was just joking. He smiles again. I smile too.
I like your smile. It's nice. That's why I'm grinning like a weirdo.
He laughs. I shake my head, furrowing my eyebrows as I write him a response. No, it's not. He gives me a disbelief look.
Of course it is. How can you not see?
I shake my head again. He rolls his eyes at mine.
Whatever. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean I don't have to. I think you have a lovely smile, Philip Lester.
I blush, smiling a little again. Wait, how does he know my full name? I don't remember the teacher ever telling him. I don't care. I like his compliment. I write back something for him. Thank you, Daniel. Your smile isn't creepy.
Chapter 3. Phil's point of view.
We decided to skip the next lesson, and at break we went straight to the fields, away from everyone. He sat in the grass behind a big tree, gesturing me to sit down too. I sit down next to him. I grab my pen and write. Dan, you don't have to hang out with me because you feel sorry for me, by the way. I just thought you should know. It's okay if you leave me and find better friends. I don't want sympathy. Dan bites his lip, furrowing his eyebrows, something I've noticed that he's done a lot. Then he shakes his head, placing a hand on my shoulder, causing me to flinch as he quickly retreats it, sending me an apologetic look before wiping it off immediately.
I'm not giving you sympathy, Phil. I already told you that I would love to be your friend.
But why, though? You don't even know me, and I've already been so rude to you. He stays quiet for a few minutes, tapping his foot to a random tune.
Since you don't speak, does that mean you don't laugh either?
He asks randomly, ignoring what I just told him. I roll my eyes at him, smiling sweetly as I write back. Well, I can't help laughing if I need to laugh, can I? But I haven't properly laughed in a long time. He nods understandingly.
So, would I be able to make you laugh?
No, I write back.
Why not?
He fake pouts. Because you're not funny, Don.
How would you know that? You don't even know me. We've only been friends for half a day.
I just know, okay?
Well, you just watch. One day I will make you laugh so hard your lungs will hurt afterwards.
I smile, rolling my eyes at him.
Phil, do you want to go back to my house after school? We can play video games and just relax.
He asks nervously. I look down at my hands, fiddling with them. I then write, I'm not sure. I barely know you, and yeah, I think you're nice, but I'm a bit scared, and no offense, but I just don't trust you yet.
Okay, that's fine. Then, what about your house? If your parents are home,
You're really persistent and pushy, aren't you?
It's my specialty.
He smiles proudly. I bite my lips, thinking about it. He's just going to come over. Nothing is going to happen. Besides, my mom should be home. I'm sure he's going to be really happy to bring home a friend that isn't Anna. Not that they don't like her, it's just they think I should have at least one other friend. I finally nod, writing. Okay, you can come over. But my room will be messy and I'll still barely know you. This isn't what normal people do. They don't just meet and immediately start hanging around each other's houses and instantly became best friends or whatever.
But there's something about you.
Bloody hell, Dan, you're so cheesy. Stop. He chuckles, shaking his head.
Okay, you'll have such a school. Great.
He declares, smiling at me, causing me to smile too. Why is it whenever he smiles, I want to smile too?
Chapter 4. Phil's point of view.
Dan and I walk to my house. He tells me a bit more about himself. Turns out he moved schools because he got bullied in his old school. He told me very strangely, casually, that it was because he was gay, and I nodded, writing down that I was also gay. At first he looked very shocked, then said,
Really?
I just looked at him weirdly and nodded. After that, he didn't act that weird. I fumbled with my keys, unlocking the door and letting Dan go in first, closing the door behind him. I lead him into the kitchen to be greeted by my mother, who seems to have gotten off work, luckily. Hello, darling. Who is this? She says excitedly, smiling sweetly at Dan. Friend from school. His name's Dan. It was his first day today. I write down and show her. She nods. Nice to meet you, Dan. You two can go upstairs and I'll make snacks for you two. I nod, leading Dan upstairs to my messy room. The floor was littered with clothes and walls plastered with posters. In the corner lay a desk covered in papers and a laptop barely noticeable. On the other side of the room was a neatly made bed and a TV in front of it.
Nice.
Dan chuckled, looking at the posters.
You got good music taste, Phil.
Thanks, I write.
No problem.
He smiles, sitting down on my bed and crossing his legs.
So, do you want to watch movies instead of video games?
He asks, skimming through my small DVD collection. I nod, smiling, making him grin even wider.
Okay. Shall we watch? You have Spirited Away? Oh my god, I love you!
He squeals excitedly, grabbing the DVD and immediately putting it into the DVD player and pressing play. Dan sits on the bed next to me, leaning in intensely as the film starts. I look at the way his eyes are glued to the screen. He looks so innocent and happy. His brown orbs look even brighter near the TV, and his skin is glowing slightly from it also. I was interrupted from my gaze at Dan by my mother entering the room after a short knock. We both turn to her and see her carrying a small plate of sandwiches. I quickly grab my notebook and write, You didn't have to do all this. She grins and says, It's okay, Phil. I'm your mother. It's what I'm supposed to do after all. I shrug my shoulders and smile at her.
Thank you, Mrs. Lester.
Dan smiles. No problem, sweetie. And call me Lily. Miss Lester makes me sound really old, she replies.
Okay, Lily.
Dan smiles. Once she left, we tuck into our plate of food, soon finishing it in about 10 minutes. When the movie was almost over, Dan yawned and stretched his legs.
What would you do if your parents turned into pigs?
He asked casually, turning to face me. I let a small and quiet giggle, covering my mouth to stifle out, unable to control the laugh. His eyes widened in admiration and realization.
I made you laugh. Okay, I wasn't even trying, but still. I fucking made Phil Lester laugh. Oh my god.
He yells excitedly. That made me laugh even more, this time slightly louder. Dan stares at me, looking fascinated.
Your laugh is really cute and adorable. I'm glad I got the privilege to hear it.
He grins. I write down, Thank you, Dan. And you make me laugh, so congratulations. He smiles.
Someday, I will make words come out of your mouth.